Hello, everyone. Welcome to another middle of the week. I hope you are doing fabulous this week. I hope you're enjoying November, although I have to admit here in Lincoln, it's finally getting cold. Today I went outside and it's like, oh man, it feels like fall is changing into winter already. So I hope that you're surviving the cold weather. I'm going to do my best to do the same. My name is Michael Hatfill. I'm the lead pastor at the Piedmont Park Seventh-day Adventist Church, and I've been going through tough passages in the Bible the second half of the year. First half we did some of my favorite verses. Now I'm doing some of the toughest verses, and I thought I would finish up with this. Next week we'll go into a verse that I'm thankful about, but this one is a really tough verse. Don't know if you've struggled with it. It's from the Sermon on the Mount, Matthew chapter 5, so very famous sermon that Jesus preached. This one line, though, is really tough, although there are other tough verses too. But Matthew chapter 5, verse 48 says, "Therefore you shall be perfect, just as your Father in heaven is perfect." Whoa. How's your perfection doing today? And not just being a perfect human, it says, be perfect like God in heaven is perfect. How's your omnipresence doing? How's your all-powerfulness doing? Are you perfect like God? What is Jesus getting at here? This is a tough verse, right? I know I woke up today I didn't think, oh man, I'm perfect today. Not at all. But Jesus says, you shall be perfect. How? What does he expect here? Well, friends, here's the thing I want you to gather. If you've learned nothing about these tough passages, here's the key. When you read something in the Bible that makes you scratch your head or you're not sure what to do with, read the context. Read everything around it. What was before Jesus said this very powerful and yet hard to live up to verse? Be perfect like God is perfect. It's all in the context of loving others, not just the people that you already like. Jesus was saying earlier, he said, you've heard love your neighbor but hate your enemy. But I say to you, love your enemies. And then it's in this context that Jesus says, be perfect. He says your love will be perfect when you are greeting not just your brothers and your friends, but you're greeting people you don't know. And like God, he causes the sun to shine on both the good and the evil. He sends his blessings out on everyone. And so we should do the same. And that's the challenging part, because it's easy to love those who love us. It's hard to love enemies. But if we want to be perfect, if we want our perfection to be growing toward maturity of perfection, then we need to be loving to others. Not just those who we already love, not just those who are good to us, but to strangers, to people we don't know, even to those who are mean to us. That's what Jesus is getting at here. And when we do that, he says, you shall be perfect. God will make us perfect when we begin to love more like him. So my prayer today is, Lord, help me. Because I don't do this naturally. It doesn't come naturally for me to love others, especially those I don't know or those who are mean to me. So God, if you want me to be perfect, and Jesus said that we should be, then you need to work your love into me, into this imperfect heart, and help me to love like you do. Well, friends, I wanted to encourage you that way, and may we all become more perfect as we become more like Christ. I hope you have a great rest of your week. I hope you'll join us for worship this coming Saturday here at Piedmont Park. We are finishing our long journey. It's been a long one through the book of Exodus. We're finishing it up this week. I'm going to be talking about Exodus chapter 40, what we've learned in this book and what's ahead. So I hope you'll join us for worship. You can join us here in person. We'd love to have you here with us. Or you can join us online on YouTube and Facebook. Friends, have a great rest of your week. Let's do our best to be loving to everyone. God bless.